Residents were warned of a possible strike in Gaza City. But where and when? This Israeli airstrike on a house killed one and wounded several others. Israel continues to say it's targeting militants, but it's civilians lying in the streets as people call for help. The destruction is everywhere and relentless here. The details of death ever more shocking.
He's my cousin, him and his wife and his child. Unfortunately, we found their bodies in pieces. We're still looking for the child's head.
That description mirrors Saturday, when more than 100 people were killed in an Israeli airstrike on a school, and when body parts had to be collected in bags. Israel said they had killed at least 19 fighters, but thousands of displaced Palestinians had sheltered here. And the EU and UN said there was no justification for these massacres. Families had thought they'd be safe in schools like this in Gaza City in the north, but they were not. And moving south is not possible either, with Israel issuing evacuations in Khan Yunis, one of the largest such orders in 10 months.
I have fled 6 times already, from the north to the south. Now where should I go? My wife is sick. They told us to leave, but I asked where? Where should I go? I desire death now. I wish God would take my soul.
Constant displacement and constant bombardment, all amid calls for a ceasefire to end a war now in its 311th day, with more than 40,000 killed. Today, the leaders of the UK, France and Germany said a deal to end the conflict and return the Israeli hostages was vital, with negotiations scheduled this Thursday. President Biden believes a ceasefire is still possible.
The plan I put together, endorsed by the G7, endorsed by the UN Security Council, etc., is still viable. And I'm working literally every single day to, and my whole team, to see to it that it doesn't escalate into a regional war. But it easily can.
The US is sending a guided missile submarine to the Middle East, saying an attack by Iran on Israel could happen this week, following the assassinations of senior Hezbollah and Hamas leaders. De-escalation hinges on an end to the war in Gaza. Hamas said any ceasefire must be based on where talks were a month ago, but reports suggest Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has new demands, and that once again there are divisions within his cabinet. And so in Khan Yunis, the wounded continue to arrive at the Nasser hospital.
Where are the leaders? Look at us. Where are the Arab countries? Where is the world? This is the 11th month of our suffering. I condemn you, leaders of the world.
The talks to end the war are just 4 days away. But how much more damage and death can be inflicted here in just that short space of time?